Well, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everyone doing? I see Grateful Life in the chat. How you doing? It's good to see you. I see you all around. It's good to see you here. Thank you so much. Creek Native Girl. My darling, my love. How you doing, sweetie? Oh, no worries. I know. I'm on the wrong night. I'm on at a weird time. So I wasn't expecting anybody to show up, but I'm going to hang out and let some people trickle in. You know how we do. Winston's chilling. He's got his chip. It's been a struggle bus kind of day, so I'm lucky I'm even here, man. Ooh, are you excited about the Vegas alien part? Because I live in Nevada. Well, it's just you and I need to look up a little factoid here. Let me pull up the chat so I can see you, Grateful. I'm looking forward to this too because I've been following this Vegas alien story because I live in northern Nevada, but there's a whole thing with Nevada, you know. Let me not get my wires all figured out so I'm not spilling my freaking Starbucks. So I want to look up how much land in Nevada is federal. It's some crazy number, like 90% of the land in the state of Nevada is federal land. So it's all like government land, just thousands upon thousands of acres of land. It's some crazy number. %97.2% is owned by private and government entities. So just say 97% of the land in Nevada is, you know, who knows what's going on because it's, yep, see, Grateful, yep. That's why I'm like, I need to look this up because we'll watch the videos. I've got like 5 videos starting from like the day it happened. There's one from the New York Post. If you know who George Knapp is, he's like the UFO guy down in Vegas for their news channel 8. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting. So we'll let you know, we'll marinate, we'll ruminate for a little bit. And Grateful Life, don't forget, I don't know if you know, but if you go back to my weekly recap from last Sunday, and you look on my community post as well, I'm giving away a sticker that Sarah Kay made. I'm sure you've seen her in the community. That says, I choked on a potato and I shit my pants. So if you go back to that stream and just comment like, what is it, your favorite food or animal emoji, and that you want to be entered, because I'm gonna pick that winner tomorrow when I stream. So there's only like 3 or 4 people entered. Hey, heck. Oh no. Yep, and it's a Sarah Kay artwork sticker. So she made it, and I'm giving one away. It's a 4x4 inch. So I'm gonna do one this week and one next week. And tomorrow's stream is going to be chaos, but it's going to be a good goddamn time. I'm very excited. It's acting up. Oh, yeah, my mom just got a new laptop. Hers was 10 years old, though. So, like, she got some mileage out of that bad boy. So, yes, 97% of the land in Nevada is owned by private or government entities, which is just, don't know what they're doing out there, man. Don't know what they're doing. So let me double check on that while I know Pulpy's finishing up, so I'm sure once Pulpy dips out, we'll get some replays, but you know, there's always replays, so I like to go live. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're like, we're gonna do 9 days ago, 8 days ago, 2 days, 1 day, 1 day. So I don't know. And then I've got where is it? From the New York Post, that the basement office, Rendlesham Forest UFO incident, which I know Strange was jazzed about. So we've got some fun stuff. As you know. Oh, okay. Yeah. I've got to send a box of Skittles popsicles to somebody in Canada, and I'm like, I'd be happy to pay for the shipping, but I know it's going to be like $30. But my PayPal's in my real name, and I have to set up my other one, and they don't, it's Canada, so they don't have Cash App. It's a whole fucking thing right now. I'm trying to figure out, but yeah. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate you. Winston's chilling. Oh, I got my post. So I'm in Yaba's postcard tier. And every month when usually when my postcards come, Yaba, get on that. I'm joking. I love Yaba so much. She was the first reactor I ever watched. Love her so much. So my postcards came, and every month they come, and I'm like, Yaba. And my mom's just been on this whole bender tonight. She's like, that's a really cute name. She's like, the next little puppy I get, that's a little girl, I think we're going to name it Yaba. That's just like a really cute name. You should let her know that. And I'm like, I will let Yaba know that we plan on naming the next puppy we'll get, God knows when, that we plan on naming it Yaba. So there's that. My mother's very excited. And I told her about Yaba and why I love and respect her so much. She's like, yeah, I think that's a good name. All right. Well, I don't know how long my pain level is going to hold out. So we're just going to get into it. So we've talked about aliens previously, right? Are they real? Are they not real? We talked about Betty and Barney Hill. God bless them. And again, they were an interracial couple in 1961. I highly doubt they're going to be like, what's going to bode well for us? Let's claim we were abducted. Not just that we didn't see aliens. Like, we were just, dead ass on the ship and everything. I believe them. Travis Walton. Oh, thank you. They are. Winston's in here with me because Winston is... I said your name, sir. I love him so much. I did not know I was going to love Winston as much as I do. It scares me how much I love him and what I would do for him. Jessica MG. Yes, my podcast pig is in the postcard envelope, and I need to put it on my laptop because I promised Sam and Yaba that I would put all of the stickers on my laptop, and so every month when I get one, I put it on my laptop, so I have to take a picture of it soon. So welcome in. All right, let's get started because I live in the state of Nevada, and Grateful Life was here with me, and I looked up the number because I knew it was some crazy number. I don't think a lot of people realize. So you basically have Vegas and Henderson, which I guess could be considered a suburb. If you know Chris Punsalan, Grandma Tuesday, love her so much. He lives in Henderson. So he's outside of Las Vegas. Henderson, Nevada also has the highest percentage of retired military living in that town. Jessica, I am not happy that I have Salah's big fat head on my laptop, but a promise is a promise. I'll maybe take it off or cover it up, but I promised. So but I feel you on that, girl. So you've got like, just say Vegas. Which, God, I have no interest in going to Vegas. I went to Vegas when I was like 12 years old. Back in like 90, 92, we would drive from Chicago to Vegas. It was awesome. Lots of adventures. And I live in the northern part of the state. I'm in Reno, so I'm near like Tahoe. I'm closer to San Francisco than Vegas, and there's nothing between here and Vegas. Like, there's nothing. There's nowhere to meet. There's no little towns. It's, if you look up, Highway 50 is known as the loneliest highway in the world. There is nothing out there. So you've got Vegas, Henderson, abso-fucking nothing, right? Then you get to about the mid-level of the state. If you look at the way Nevada's cut, I should pull up a map. Think about it. States. Well, let's just look up map of the U.S. Well, let me sign out. Why does this always sign me in? Because it shows my real name. I would prefer not, thanks. Please don't sign me back in. Oy. All right. Can I make this bigger? Yeah. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to pull up a very basic rudimentary map, because I want to show you something. Illyria, Shadow Hair, welcome in. We're going to talk about the Vegas aliens first, but there's some like fun facts about Nevada, because there's some things I feel like, are interesting and like people should know. So I'm not going to be looking at the chat for un moment. All right, sharing my screen. So okay, so if you look over here, right, we can see the cursor. So Vegas is down here, okay, in the little dippity doo. You've got the Hoover Dam, you've got Henderson. I'm up here, right, in the little crook, the little elbow. Nevada is shaped as such because literally, like, I'll see if I can, like, I don't know, maybe I'll throw Jasper in the car one day and take a video of it, because it's actually pretty neat. I literally I can drive like right up against the mountains and the border of California. Like, I'm right up against the border, because California said, bitches, we want all this gold. So this is why the border is drawn as such, because this is literally where the mountains run. Especially up here. Little did they know we had all the silver in Virginia City, which is a very haunted mining town, and I'll take you guys to in October. All the silver they found in Virginia City actually financed the rebuilding of San Francisco after the Great Earthquake, I think, or the initial building of it. Interesting history. So I'm up here. So then you have 80 kind of runs. I-80 runs from, isn't this interesting? Because I'm from Chicago. Runs from Chicago, right? Through about here, through Colorado. That's why you don't drive on 80 through Colorado past like September. Because like your ass will get snowed out. Through here, Utah, and then you've got like Elko, Winnemucca, Jackpot up here, Lovelock, that kind of stuff. Fernley, Fallon, there's a big naval air base out there. And then I'm here. All the rest of this shit is federal or private land. There's nothing. So I'm sure there's like hella military installations. Who knows what? Because private companies like Boeing and Lear. The Lear family is very interesting. Has anyone in the chat heard of Jamie Deluxe? Jamie Deluxe. Has anyone heard of him? He has a YouTube channel. He's great. He does video outing all the weird like Hollywood stuff. He's back doing videos. I haven't talked to him in quite a long time. I do have his number and he has mine because we're both on that same vibe. But I want to see if I'm sure he'll let me use some of his videos. Or better yet, maybe down the road if I can grow a little. I'm sure he'd come on regardless. But I would love to have him on sometime for a Freaky Friday. Oh, hi. Hello. I got little lickings on my leg. I don't know. I don't know if Jamie's been covering this. But awesome dude. Awesome dude. So we're going to pull up from 9 days? 9 days ago, right? The initial 8 News Now from Las Vegas. Now, if you know who George Knapp is, he's very active in the UFO, paranormal, supernatural community. Can I help you, Winston? He's just rolling around on Jasper's bed, like growling. It's the cutest thing. I don't know what he's doing. He's distracting me. Sorry. Okay. So this is like the initial news story. Okay. I'm going to pull this up and watch this. So let me get it. And this is where we're going to start. Because, we always try to start at the beginning. Valiant Thor. Oh my God. If any of you know, hi, Valiant Thor. Are you the real Valiant Thor? Does anybody know the story of the actual Valiant Thor? Because we have Valiant Thor here in the chat. And I will cover Valiant Thor one night because it is an interesting story and there's quote unquote pictures and stuff. I'm sorry, that just tickled me to see that name in chat. That was just interesting. Oh, Valiant Thor. Okay, so. All right. Valiant Thor says hello. If the Vegas incident happens on a larger scale, we're in for a wild ride. Only thing left is for the ETs to reveal themselves. Every single piece of toilet paper on the planet will be gone. So it'll be just like 2020 when everybody went and bought up all the toilet paper. Yeah. I mean, listen, I've been stockpiling the TP. There's always grass, leaves, stuff. We survived without it at one point. I have a bidet I need to hook up. I've had it forever. Okay, so we are going to let me pause the music and share my screen. So this is from News 8 in Vegas, the sister station to KOLO News 8 up here in Reno. Good old Reno, Nevada. We're going to share the screen, full screen. All right. So this is the initial news story. And we're going to go down the rabbit hole as videos have come out. I've got them all ready to go. I've got one from the New York Post. And then we're going to sit and have a little chat about it and see what we think. Because, I have a lot of questions and I have a lot of, I have a lot of those. And I like your profile picture, Valiant Thor. I know what that's from.
It is the police call everybody will be talking about. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Denise Valdez.
I'm Brian Loftus. A family says something crashed into their backyard, prompting them to call 911, saying they saw creatures walking around.
Our 8 News Now investigators digging into this for weeks now.
And did they not? I haven't seen any video of said creatures. And listen, they all have a cell phone, right? Like, just going into this pretending like I don't know what, or I haven't watched what I've already watched, right, in preparation for this. Every one of them bitches has a cell phone. And I get one of them was like on the phone to be like, UFO 8 feet tall, please send help. First off, we live in Nevada. Y'all should have a gun, right? At least 1 9mm. Like, don't talk to me. We live in Nevada. Take advantage. Why was nobody else filming? That's my
now. And tonight, our David Sharns with the video you will only see on 8 News Now. David?
Right, Denise, sources telling the 8 News Now investigators that several agencies believe something landed or crashed. Whether it was non-humans or not, it certainly scared the people living on this property. Now, before we show you that video, listen to their call for help.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Thank you, Thor.
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes,
Okay.
like I can't explain it, and big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
Well, the 8 News Now investigators obtaining video as officers then responded to the call you just heard. You'll see the officers all.
I'm sorry. I've never. I cannot say how I would or would not react if I was anywhere on God's green earth at any time and saw like an actual, I guess my first thing would be like my logic brain would just be like, make sure that's legit and not somebody in a costume, because I'm opening fire. Fuck the laws. Alien, especially if it's like aggressive and coming at me or getting bad vibes or whatever, I'm at least going to be at the ready. If not, just, again, I carry a Canik SFX rifle. I have a double stacked 18-round clip. Like, I got a belly band. My clips can't even, my magazines, sorry, clips are for your hair, Cameron. I'm so sorry. My magazines won't even fit in the belly band because usually your standard mag is like 9 rounds. Mine's double stacked 18. I'm like, fuck. But I might be unloading some boulets because fuck that.
Also saw something in the sky that night, but the big question is, what was it, and is it all connected?
Leave her alone.
It's almost midnight on May 1st when a Las Vegas Metro police officer's body cam catches this, something flashing low in the sky.
911 emergency.
Minutes later,
I've seen that a million times living out here because especially up in Reno, like, of course we have some light pollution, not nearly as much as Vegas. And luckily where I'm at, I can very easily drive, especially east. And, there's not a lot of light pollution, and the amount of meteors, shooting stars and stuff I've seen out here is insane. And I know magnesium burns blue, and that was blue.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
someone calls 911 reporting 2 large figures in their backyard.
No, I'm still nervous right now.
The 8 News Now investigators obtaining another officer's video as he's sent to the Northwest Valley home.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone thought a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
By now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
Okay, now keep in mind, Dad, Mom, Dad's in his PJs, right? Because all this is going to come into play later.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or
they see like?
And I will tell you now, one of these teenage boys has a YouTube channel about aliens. So, yeah, there's more to come. We're gonna get to it.
A big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro blacked out that part of the video because it's considered private property. What's clear, they're taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of
Hecate, I don't know why they like Nevada so much. I'd like to know. Sorry, Jasper came in my room and the boys are now wrestling. They have been best buds all day. So sorry you're hearing that. But my dogs love each other. I think just this part of the country, especially states like New Mexico and stuff like that. I'm sure we've all, and that's, I need to write that down. See, I always have my notebook. The energy vortexes and stuff. I think there's a lot of, again, like I was saying, 97.2% of the land in Nevada is government or private owned. I think there's some stuff out here that they may be attracted to. And I think a lot of it is just, when I say UFO, I don't necessarily mean off Earth. I'll try my best to start verbally differentiating that. I think a lot of stuff that's flying around is government type things. And again, we didn't know about the stealth bomber for 20 years after it had been in use. And I got to see that in person at the fly-in in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It was amazing. So New Mexico energy vortex. Are you boys having fun? It's not like I'm trying to stream or anything. I love you so much. I got the best puppies. I got the sweetest boys. All right.
my partners
These poor
said they saw it
cops.
too. Only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
That investigation turning up no concrete answers as of Wednesday. Whatever or whoever fell into that yard, long gone within minutes.
Oh, hey, if those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So yeah, this is quite weird, Brian was saying as we're watching this story. Now, we've been in contact with the family in that video, and as you heard in that 911 call, they seem very reasonable and honestly quite scared as you heard them in the call. No, they don't seem impaired in any way. And whatever crashed by the time that police got there was gone, but sources say that there's really no dispute. Something was in their yard. Exactly what? We do not know.
I mean, it's so interesting. So like the Metro officer sees something, the neighbor sees something. I mean, so what could it be?
Well, we know that there are obviously a lot of military bases around this area. George Knapp covers a lot of that stuff for us on the 80s Now Investigators. We're showing you drone video from above that area. And we know, of course,
So
Creech not far away, Nellis Air
right
Force
here.
Base not far. I checked in with them. They say they are not involved at all, and we are waiting to hear from the Pentagon as well.
Oh, shit.
And you talked to these
shit.
people. It seemed completely legitimate to you. And do you have any personal thoughts on maybe what it was?
Right. So it seems from talking to our sources that something happened. There was obviously some flash in the sky. A lot of people saw it that night on the night of April 30th, early in the morning on May 1st. Did that exact thing land in their yard?
And keep in mind, because this wasn't, this seems to kind of be getting lost in translation. This didn't happen recently. this happened May 1st. And it's just like came to light, or however you want to put it, you know, like what? Say no more than 2 weeks ago. This happened May 1st.
I don't know, but these people said they saw some SUV circling the area. Could this have been some piece of equipment that malfunctioned? Maybe they saw something and then someone came. I can't believe we're talking about this.
Right.
Someone came and
Picked
retrieved it from the backyard in the SUV. We don't know. This all comes as a former high-level intelligence officer, an Air veteran, was on News Nation talking about how there is a program where the government collects some unidentified objects. So this might be that. We just don't know. We're going to work to find out, though.
And
Brian
no
Green.
substances. They were looking
No
with clear
substances.
eyes.
Oh,
Very interesting.
Not big buggy eyes, though.
This, this is really unique. Thank you, David.
okay. All right. So that was like the initial. Oh my God, there's nothing. All right, I wrote that down, Thor. We'll get through these videos, and then I can. I don't know if I'll look it up on this stream, but I can definitely do a stream about it. Sounds good. I'm always down for it. And that sound Needles, California. Where's that near? Why does that sound familiar to me? Because I drove I had a job driving route, and I would drive 80 between here and Sacramento, and also via 50. So that sounds really familiar to me. All right. Department of Energy, you know, covers a lot of stuff you wouldn't think that they cover, but they do. It's again, the government's always, don't look at this over here, look at that over there. I mean, so this is the next one. And this is from here. Let me, so I can see.
Southern.
Yeah, so this is the next one. I think it's like just another report following it up. And it's this third video. And these are all like, this came out like 9 days, 8 days, all that stuff. So, all right. We're just going to kind of go through these.
Nevada is abuzz tonight with stories about the crash of an unknown object and the alleged sighting of strange creatures in the backyard of a Northwest Valley home.
So it was last night that 8 News Now investigator David Sharns.
Okay, so this is the following day after it was first reported, but this actually happened on May 1st. All right.
Reported about how Metro Police responded back on May 1st after receiving a strange call from a very frightened family. Well, our report generated a global response, and now piecing together the sequence of events has been kind of tricky, in part because the primary witnesses have been almost as elusive as the beings they say they encountered. Chief Investigator George Knapp is as perplexed as the rest of us, George.
As you know, this is not our first UFO.
And again, George Knapp, you might recognize his voice from Coast to Coast and have seen him. He's very well known in the UFO paranormal community. He's written several books. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on him right now.
Rodeo. We first heard about the incident in early May via the Metro Police grapevine. The incident has a lot in common with other bizarre cases from around the world: an alleged crash, strange beings, and bits and pieces that don't make sense. But the police took this seriously, and so do we. Just before midnight on April 30th, skywatchers across several western states saw a bright fireball streak through the heavens. A police officer working in the Northwest Valley caught a glimpse of the colorful object on his body cam. At nearly the same time, a Ring camera in the area recorded a strange noise and what sounds like a crash. One family living in a ranch-style home had a much closer view of the object. Two brothers and their father were working on a vehicle in their yard when they caught a glimpse of a sparkly object as it came crashing down, then were hit by what they describe as a shockwave. One of the witnesses, a young man named Angel, has stated when the brothers looked into the yard where the object landed.
Now, do we remember the dad was in his pajamas? And it was nighttime. Why would you be outside working on a car in the dark? The dad was in his robe, which clearly wasn't I'm getting a little bit ahead, but yeah,
That spot was obscured and blurry, as if by unknown form of camouflage. What they saw next prompted a frantic call to 911.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay, thank
8
you,
News
sir.
Now investigators have spoken with family members multiple times in the past 4 weeks, but each of the 3 times we accepted their invitation to do an interview, they didn't answer the door or their phone.
Creek, this happened May 1st down in Vegas, but it just kind of like gained traction a few weeks ago.
These are some of the claims they've made in other public forums. Multiple family members backed up the story in an initial police report we obtained. Angel says they heard the patter of multiple feet in the yard. They later heard footsteps on their roof. They saw one of the 8-foot-tall creatures climb behind the controls of a large front loader stored in the yard as if trying to engage it. He got a good look at one of the creatures, he said, a greenish-grayish being with large eyes and long legs. He says he could hear its deep breaths, and when he locked eyes, he was, in essence, frozen in place, couldn't move. In the middle of the yard where the object had crashed, then vanished, a circular impression was left in the soil.
Okay, where is this on your property?
Metro sources say the police dispatcher initially wondered whether to send a crisis intervention team to help the troubled witness, but then took the incident seriously. 2 officers arrived 38 minutes after the call, and by then had heard from other officers. They proceeded cautiously and managed some nervous laughs.
I ain't dealing with that.
A few days later, the family says 2 Metro sergeants returned to the scene to ask follow-up questions. The family says they also saw men in suits and sunglasses driving in a car with government plates cruising slowly past the house in the following days. Nellis and Creech have denied any interest or involvement with the incident. Metro has indicated they believe the family that something crashed in their yard. But what?
You mentioned, George, in that piece that, they were frozen because so many people have been critical of, like, why didn't they get their phone out? Why didn't they shoot the video? Do we know if there's even any video of this incident?
Yes and no. So there's a surveillance camera in the backyard. The property owner keeps that because he's got a lot of expensive equipment there. What we were told is that at the moment this thing comes down and crash, this camera went out, and it was out for a couple of minutes. When it came back on, the object was gone, but the circle was there. We've been told by Angel in multiple phone conversations that he shot video of the creatures. We haven't seen it, and we don't know anybody else who's seen it yet, so maybe he'll release it at some point.
It's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, all over.
All right, George, thanks for that.
Okay. So, you know me, as much of a believer as I am, right? And you guys can, you guys can tell by now the things I'm like, I know this is real. I know I sound crazy, but I know this is real. Specifically when it comes to things about, like my abilities and things I'm able to do. Like, I don't care if people will believe me because I know it's real and I know what I've done. Okay. I also try to be logical, right? I don't like to say skeptical, but it's like, okay, yeah, like there's energies and entities and stuff, and they'll whip a door open, but let's make sure that wasn't the wind first. Let's make sure there's not some weird suction that when you open the front door, it makes, the back door pop open. I'm very that person, but if I've exhausted all like possible logical explanations, I'll be like, well, it could be some shit, or sometimes I just know it's some shit. From day one, since I heard about this, just not even using like just reading the vibes, reading the energy of it, I can't get a read on it, but I don't know. And then I found this video from the New York Post, and this guy's tone while narrating this is it's great. He's just like, he's going to point out some stuff that keep in mind, there's some key points I want us to keep in mind, okay? The mom and the dad, right? Like, you can tell, like, Orgirl just got up out of bed. Dad was in his robe, okay? Police arrived 38 minutes after the call was placed, and the kid said that him and his dad were working on a car, right? The circle in the backyard, keep that in mind. Said that was made by whatever landed, crashed, and whatnot. All right. So this is from New York Post. Autopsy of an alien hoax. Las Vegas UFO sighting explained. And like I said, we explore all sides and possibilities here. All right. So here's the other side of the pancake.
So you've probably already seen the story that says a UFO crashed in Las Vegas and 10-foot aliens are hanging out in my backyard. It's a story that quickly spread everywhere. If you haven't heard about this story, you're probably living in a cabin in the woods in Montana. Anyways, so let's dive into this stupid story. So on the evening of June 7th, Las Vegas local news channel 8 News Now released a report saying Las Vegas family claims to see aliens after several report something falling from the sky. The events, as reported, go like this. On April 30th, around 11:50 p.m., a body cam worn by a Las Vegas police officer captures a meteor-looking object acting exactly like a meteor flying in the sky. 40 minutes later, past midnight on May 1st, some kid calls 911 and says a UFO fell from the sky and that 8-foot or maybe 10-foot aliens were hanging out in his backyard.
911 emergency.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
The police show up, look around, investigate.
Thor, I really enjoy you. Thank you for finding your way here. You are, I appreciate everybody. Welcome Valiant Thor to our chat, our new friend. They seem really freaking cool, and I'm excited to have them here now and for future streams. I like you,
Find
Thor.
nothing. No crashed UFO, no aliens in the backyard. So where did the aliens go? Did they just run away? If they did run away, where'd their crashed spaceship go? Did they maybe get back inside their crashed spaceship and fly away? And if their crashed spaceship was working fine enough for it to fly away, why didn't the aliens just do that before? Why were they just chilling in this kid's backyard? Were they calling their spaceship insurance company? Anyways, so the police found nothing. No evidence to support any of this. And so that's the end of this story, right? Wrong. The day after this one story from a local news station in Las Vegas, basically every news outlet on planet Earth runs with the story. They just run with it. Aliens in the backyard? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's print it. And it's not like most of these new articles did any additional journalism. They just basically copy-pasted the 8 News Now story.
Yep.
See? According to 8 News Now. Not according to us. According to them. This is a very common tactic in lazy modern journalism, and especially with all the UFO nonsense. We're not saying.
Well, my dude narrating this. Listen, like I said, it is mathematically, it is statistically impossible. We are the only intelligent beings in this expansive universe that our little human brains cannot even fathom the vastness of it, right? I don't know why it's so difficult for some people. Maybe it scares them, like it freaks out their lizard brain and they're not even like aware of it, for them to think of the possibility that there are other intelligent beings that exist that could come here. That could come down to Earth and therefore would be much more intelligent, much more technologically capable. And I'm sorry, I think we already have proof of that. Again, think we were created in a lab by the Anunnaki. That's just my opinion, but I think we've been visited before. Aliens are a thing, right? I don't know where we got this notion like we're the only things in existence. Okay, but so this guy you need to calm down a little bit, like just accept we are not alone. The truth is out there. I want to believe scummy and moldy. I know it's Scully and Mulder, but growing up, like my family and I started watching the X-Files like the first 2 seasons when it almost got canceled before anybody knew like what it was, and we loved it cuz like I was always into that shit. Like I'd be sitting out in the garage with my dad with the AM radio on listening to Coast to Coast. Love it. But it's like a family joke. Instead of saying Scully and Mulder, we called them Scummy and Moldy. I don't know why. It's just the thing.
Saying it, they're saying it. Click here for aliens. Clicks equal ad sale, so click it. Just click it. No one seemed to be doing their own investigating.
I do like this guy,
copying
though.
and pasting a story. Oh wait, they said they sent an email. Oh. Okay, so let's analyze 5 things. The
All right.
police video of the object, the official police statements, this circle thing, this 16-year-old kid, and George Knapp. First, this object.
I'll say this, the 2 things. So the 2 things that are going to stick out most to me are the parents and the circle thing, right? And I love this guy, like just his tone of voice and his overall demeanor towards this is so entertaining towards me, and I feel like he needs a hug and like an ice cream cone or something. But I just want to like hug him and be like, "Are you okay?" Just I'll take you for an ice cream if you need a little cheering up, my dude.
Okay, so 40 minutes before the 911 call about the aliens, this object flies through the sky. And if you're sitting there thinking, by golly, that looks just like a magnesium meteorite, that's because it looks exactly like a magnesium meteorite. Different meteorites have different colors depending on what it's made of. Magnesium meteorites burn blue. And if you look at the timestamp on the police video, it matches exactly the time when the American Meteor Society received several reports of a meteor over Utah, Nevada, and parts of California. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Second, the official police statements. From the get-go, the police said their investigation found no evidence to support the claims of crashed UFOs or aliens in the backyard. In a statement to me, the Las Vegas Police Department says, on May 1st, 2023, at approximately 12:29 a.m., LVMPD dispatch received a call about a suspicious situation. Officer conducted a preliminary investigation and closed the event as unfounded. Unfounded means having no foundation or basis in fact. It's a professional way of saying it was all bullshit. And the police determined the case with.
Look at that cop's face. Look at this. He's like, I think he was still talking to the previous dude here, but I'm sorry. If I now or ever have any law enforcement officers in my chat, can you all please explain to me what stop it. Stop with this. Please just stop.
Was bullshit 5 weeks before the first news story even broke. Third, the circle thing.
Okay. This is the part. Okay, is everybody listening? Because I know my attention wanes. So they're going to explain the circle thing. This, for me, is the most compelling piece of evidence against, right? If we're going to do like a pro, con, whatever, real, not real, this throws me.
8 News Now claims this circle in the kid's backyard is where the alien UFO crashed.
In the middle of the yard where the object had crashed, then vanished, a circular impression was left in the soil.
This doesn't really look like where a speeding, flaming spaceship crashed. You'd think there'd be more of, I don't know, like a crater, burn marks. But luckily, we don't have to trouble ourselves with that silly logic, because if you use Google Earth, you see the same circle was already there at least a year before this UFO story. Skipping through the months on Google Earth shows that it stays there. So if the circle was already there throughout 2022, a UFO obviously didn't make the circle in May 2023.
I mean, it's been there. Like it's been there. And yes, he does Burger King foot lettuce. Yep. See, Burger King foot lettuce. Should I do my Jennifer Coolidge? It makes me want a hot dog real bad. See, y'all forget about the Jennifer Coolidge. You gotta throw hot dogs in the chat, man. Officer, why with the porn stashes? Oh, so this is interesting, right? And yeah, if even I'm not good at the physics and stuff. So if this thing crashed and we saw that one little clip of supposed, it was a bright light, it was a yellow light, it wasn't blue, it was yellow, and something like crashing from like the first news story. Okay, cool. I definitely, just common sense, not even being able to calculate anything physics wise, the ground, it should have been more disrupted. I mean, like when my fat ass has fallen into the dirt, I've caused more disruption to the ground than this supposed craft crashing into the backyard where the circle has already been here. And listen, y'all know I'm the first one to jump on some shit and believe it. But again, I'm also about common sense, logic, exploring all sides. If you have kids, if anyone can ever do debate class, do it. It's the best thing I ever did. I love debate because you've got to prepare for both sides of the argument. It's fantastic. It teaches you so much. If you have any kids, cousins, nieces, nephews, godchildren in school, high school, and they have a chance to take debate, make them fucking do it. It's the best thing they'll ever do.
Basically, no other media outlet noticed this either. They're just reporting that the circle came from aliens. Fourth, so days later, this 16-year-old kid under the YouTube username.
So this is the kid that called it a YouTube.
Alien Society 51, red flag, uploads a video and says he was the one who saw the aliens in his
Burger King foot aliens. Okay, I'm done. I'll stop.
His backyard and made the 911 call.
I
There's
love
a couple problems with his story. The kid says he was out with his dad working on a car when the UFO crashed. He says both he and his dad saw the aliens together in the backyard. But when the police show up, Dad's in his pajamas and says he didn't see anything and that it was only the kids that saw something.
So did you see anything land in your backyard, or
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
Contradiction. The kid also says both he and his mom saw the aliens in the backyard. But in the police video, the mom says she didn't see anything.
did you see it? No?
Contradiction. A month before all this viral news, the kid did a podcast where he says the UFO caused the circle thing to appear in his backyard and that the circle wasn't there before the UFO. We've already demonstrated that this is factually wrong. Finally, the kid went on TikTok to claim that Netflix wants to make a documentary about his backyard aliens.
Okay, yeah. See, is that like the new thing now? Like when I was a teenager growing up, it was like, oh, MTV wants me or whatever. Now it's like, oh, Netflix wants me for a documentary. Is that like the thing now? Which, yeah, I heard everybody's getting tired of Netflix and it sucks. I don't like the direction they're going in, and that's all I'll say.
Oh. Fifth, and finally, the man behind the curtain in all this is George Knapp. Knapp is a long-time UFO and paranormal enthusiast. He's quite the celebrity among UFO believers, appearing at UFO festivals, UFO entertainment conventions, UFO movies, and so on. He's also the main UFO reporter for 8 News Now, the original news source of this whole story. He's the guy who said the crashed UFO created the circle thing.
In the middle of the yard where the object had crashed, then vanished, a circular impression was left in the soil,
which we now know is false. At the Post, I've previously reported lots of Knapp's dubious reporting and claims regarding UFO and paranormal stuff. He's written non-fiction books full of aliens, ghosts, and werewolves, and claimed it was all true, despite no evidence being presented at all. Joe Rogan even asked him about this, and forced Knapp to admit that there was no evidence to prove any of the claims in his books.
because they weren't there
Is
with
there
cameras.
any evidence?
Well, no, not really.
And just recently,
which is why it's going to take me so long to do the research for Skinwalker Ranch. And again, some of these topics I have audiobooks I'm listening to, and those are going to be like big pop-up. Might need to do a Friday and then Saturday stream, like 2-parter. So, I'm trying to get better as I go along, but also have fun, lighter streams like this.
On his own UFO podcast, Knapp and his UFO sidekick Jeremy Corbell claim that this was a gigantic spooky triangle UFO thing. Knapp then spent weeks pushing the story about this otherworldly triangle UFO.
Whose profile picture is that? Thor, where you at? I see you. Scroll back up, look at, well, no, it's not exactly Valiant Thor's, but this.
But then it was revealed it was just military flares.
That is.
Oh.
But the other one, I don't
So to
think
sum
was.
all this up, lots of red flag.
There's 2 different images with like the triangle UFO in that I'll throw hands on.
Contradictions, factual inaccuracies, and questionable motives. Simply put, a hoax.
Jason. Good job, buddy. Good job. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. Right. I want to go to my playlist. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Yeah. See, I hate when I get like, nope. See, because then I can't see the dates on it. Okay, and so the last 2 are a little. The last 2 are from like a day ago. And there's one saying like, it's not a hoax. And then there's one that saying, oh, it was like a fireball. I want to take a second and read through the chat and see what you guys are thinking. What are you thinking? Hoax. Yeah, I like that guy. He's funny. Very Burger King foot lettuce. Oh, good old Chills. I hope he's doing well. He did well for himself, man. So yeah, are we thinking where are we at, right? And I haven't watched the last 2 news pieces, and I'm sure more of this will come out and we can revisit it, if like I'll keep checking for updates on it. There was who's a good YouTube channel here? Let me go find his channel and pull him up. Is been watching him for years. Oh, Adonis Paul's going live in 25 minutes, people. All right. It's Mr. B. Mr. BBB33. He does like weird weather stuff, sun flares. Here, I'll share. Let me share my screen. He did, I saw in my feed, I didn't click on it, but he did a video on this. And again, I've been watching Mr. BBB333 for years. He's great. I highly recommend a follow, a sub. He does all kinds of, like people will send him videos of, like weird shit happening in the sky. And yeah, this one 2 days ago. New video analysis reveals tall creature in Las Vegas backyard. Ooh, do we want to watch this? Oh, and if y'all haven't heard about the Mormon crickets out here in Nevada, especially Elko, they're so bad. People are like slipping off the road. They're having to treat the roads and driving conditions like it's winter because these Mormon crickets are so bad. It happens every couple of years. Here, let's watch Mr. BBB. I like this guy. Again, mad love, mad respect. He's got 613K subs. Oh my God. I've been following him since he was at like 5,000 subs. Wow. Good for him. Here, let me grab a link and I'll put it in, put it in the chat. Hello. God, my head doesn't feel right. Y'all, I've been on the struggle bus. Something fierce. Like, I slept most of the day. I have not been feeling well. I've just really been trying to fight through, but between being in pain and just feeling weird. Okay, here. Share, copy link. All right. So this is this guy, Mr. BBBBB332. Definitely give him a sub. He covers all kinds of stuff. From like weird alien things, weird weather stuff. Are the mountains moving? Earthquake type. He's great. I really like him. It's like listening to your dad or your uncle be like, so this happened today. Like, he's really great. Let me turn. God, I wish I could play a video and this background music would just. I need to just stop playing the background music, but I like it. Yo, the Mormon crickets out here are wild. It's some like plague level bullshit, man. Yeah, you guys are thinking this one's a hoax. Well, and I find that the circle's been there, right? The kid was saying, I don't know, maybe he thought his parents would go along with it, but then the parents are like, we're sleeping, we didn't see anything. And then the fact that the kid had, and I get it, like he lives out in Vegas. I would probably have like a UFO channel too, although aliens always haven't been. I've always been more interested in like paranormal, cryptids, like psychic ability type stuff, not so much aliens, because I don't know, for some reason I'm like, yeah, of course there's like, it's not just us, so whatever. No, I'm good, Creek. I literally slept all day. I need to fight through, and I'm talking about like mustering up the motivation to like take a shower and like go to the grocery store and do my physical therapy exercises instead of just giving in and just laying down and wanting to sleep when I've already been sleeping all day. So trust me, I let myself, like literally I slept all day. So I am, but there also comes a point where I need to fight through it because I've got to take care of me. I've got to take care of the dogs. I've got to take care of stuff around the house and be as much of a functioning adult as I can be. And I should be going for an MRI, hopefully within the next couple of weeks to a month, to find out what this new injury is and what they did to me when I was under anesthesia. Oh my God. Okay, so let's share. Oh, am I sharing the screen? Okay, yes. All right. So let's watch this one from Mr. BBB. He's great. Let's see. And again, please remember you can adjust the volume on whatever device you are watching on. I've got him up. I always have it up to full. All right, let's watch and see what's going on.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going to analyze some video footage from the close encounter that a family is claiming to have had involving 100% non-human.
Okay. So this down here says all about the alien close encounter in Las Vegas sightings and video available. Carlos Skywatcher, Portugal. 249 views 4 days ago, Las Vegas. And a little courage. Oh, God.
Creatures in their backyard following a sighting above Las Vegas of what looked like a bright green fireball, a typical...
See, I'm sorry to pause again, but this has always also been one of my top questions. Again, I get being stunned and whatever, but like nobody everybody has a video camera in their pocket, and not one person got these things on their cell phone.
Meteor is what it looked like, soaring through the sky above Las Vegas, moving at around 40,000 miles per hour. Meteors are fast, and when they impact the ground, they leave a crater. There's a debris field usually that spans for, a specified distance depending on how big the meteor was, or meteorite. Once it enters the atmosphere, it's called a meteorite.
My fat ass could have fallen in the middle of that gravel circle and left a bigger crater. Because listen, your girl is thick, your burb is thick with 3 C's. I mean, that's, yeah, I don't know, man.
And the signature on the ground should have looked something like that. The photo that I showed you guys right there, that's from the backyard of where the incident occurred in northwestern Las Vegas, but that's a still image from Google Earth that goes back to 2022. But I never saw any photos of the ground following this impact of some sort of an object that supposedly impacted the ground. But what I'm thinking is this thing may have impacted the ground and just simply ended up in their backyard, because if it would have landed in their backyard, I've seen helicopter footage of their backyard from just a couple of weeks ago, and there was no impact crater and there was hardly any disturbance at all other than tire tracks back there like you see right there. So I was tagged in a couple of videos. Carlos shared this video with me, and this segment right here, they were coming out of the backyard and it's very dark over there, and they took off running, and I'm going to show you guys the video that we're going to analyze here in just a second. And I was very skeptical until I analyzed this video right here.
Wait.
And here we go. I'm going to show you guys what I found. This is the segment where they're coming out of the backyard. They're showing this man right here what they saw, and I think...
I'm such an idiot. I was on my other tab, and I'm like, why am I not seeing what is happening? Never mind. Don't mind me.
I think they may have seen what they were describing by the way they're acting here as they're coming out of the backyard. It has a little bit of narration. Here we go.
Listen, I'm scared for the alien. Don't fuck with that Hispanic mom. She'll throw a chancla at you. Wow. Yeah, I hope they can dive quick. Man, those things will come flying at your head before you know what hit you. I grew up in a Puerto Rican neighborhood. Amen. Get the chancla.
Okay, this segment right here is the one we're going to work on. And I did a lot of work on this here in the last couple of hours. Off in the distance over here is the only look that we have in the backyard, and it's very dark over there. You can't really see too much, right? This man here, he's investigating what they say they saw back here in their backyard. So again, the only thing I can think of is if something did happen, number one, this thing did not land in their backyard because there were no images of any type of impact crater in their backyard. Maybe it impacted somewhere else and just somehow or another ended up in their backyard. But what I did, I slowed this down as slow as I could go. I zoomed in on this darkness over here. I lightened it up. And sure enough, you're going to be able to see something over there in the darkness. And notice both of these gentlemen here, they're looking in the same direction. Their heads are are pointed in the same direction. They're both focused on something
See,
over
that's
there
why I like this
in
guy.
the darkness.
He's great.
And you could tell they were very excited when they came running out of the backyard. So now we're going to go in close. I do some enhancement work.
Okay. Do you want me to slow mine down as well?
And I
Or
make this area over here that's very dark, I make it bright. And I use multiple techniques as you're going to see something start to appear over here that looks like a, for lack of a better description, a large stick man. See something over there moving around. You can.
it looks like a T-Rex to me. Like there's a but my vision is not the best. I can bump it back and I can slow it down if you guys want. Let's just watch it through at normal speed.
See what could be interpreted as a torso. You could see what could be interpreted as a head. You could see what could be interpreted as an extremity here, an extremity down here, here. Look, there's something there moving. Totally something moving. And they're both looking in that direction. So was there something over there in the dark? According to this video, yes. But I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. All I did was add some light to the darkness over there. And this is in the backyard of where they.
Welcome in, Minka. How you doing? Good to see you, hun.
They claim to have seen 100% non-human creatures in their backyard that were somewhere between the neighborhood of 8 and 10 feet tall. And I know that's hard to wrap your mind around. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around it. But this is the original video, and all I've done to it is lighten it up and use some techniques that kind of pull forward things that we may not be able to see in the dark, right?
God, that is. I don't know about you guys. Like I said, I can tap it back and slow it down, and we can rewatch this. But man, that's hard. My eyes are like. Meh.
Kind of remove layers of darkness, and there you go. There is something there. Exactly what it is, guys, I don't know, but I will say this. I'm not as skeptical as I was before I started working on this segment right here, simply because of the lack of an impact crater. But in all fairness, maybe what
I'm concerned with the lack of chanclas and 9mm. That's what I'm concerned with.
whatever it was impacted somewhere else, ended up in their backyard when they were out there working on a car.
Okay, so we're saying like this is supposed to be. Wow. Oh my God.
And this is what they encountered. Something that definitely doesn't look human. And it does resemble what they were describing. Very tall creatures. They said there were two, very thin. They said they were silver, greenish color. It's difficult to tell in this video because it was so incredibly dark. But it does look like maybe a dark white or a light gray.
Okay, so then like what my brain, I'm not comprehending. Like this looks like an IUD to me. I mean, like are these the legs? Is this? I don't know. I can't. Where are the fucking chanclas?
Maybe a silver.
Throw a chancla
It's
at
difficult to tell, but you can see there's something there that's moving. It's tall.
Like see, my brain keeps going for like. Is it you guys? I don't know. Let me know. Like this is giving me a headache looking at this.
It's thin. Does look like it has extremities right there. See it? Kind of hard to miss. Once you take away the darkness and leave the light there, there is something there. Exactly what? I don't know, guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. I sure am glad I remembered Mr. BB333, and we went to go look at his channel because look. Again, his I'll put his link in the chat again. He's great. All kinds of, from aliens to weather to earthquakes, sun flares, all kinds of weird goings on. Highly, highly, highly recommend giving him a subscribe and keep up with him because I don't think any of us can deny we're in weird times, right? We're in weird times. We've talked about this with the age of Aquarius a while ago. Things are changing. Things are going on Earth, off Earth, energetically, everywhere, all kinds of things. And he is, and again, I've been watching him for, 26 years easily. He's one of the few YouTubers I have a lot of trust and respect for. Jamie Deluxe is another one. Again, maybe we'll cover some of Jamie's videos next Friday. I need to message or text him and be like, hey, yo, don't know if you remember me, but and I will get him on the stream one day and do just like a little fun hangout interview situation type deal, because he is fantastic.
As always, I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. But like I said earlier, I'm not as skeptical as I was, say, a week ago, because the guy seems sincere. I just couldn't wrap my mind around how you couldn't get at least one picture of these things in your backyard, or at least a little video clip. But there's something right there, definitely. I don't know exactly what we're looking at. I've never seen anything like this. This is a first for me. But I can tell you, I've done nothing to this video except remove darkness. And there you go. That's what was
Wow.
in the darkness over there, about 30, maybe 40 feet away. So it does look like something tall standing
Where
there,
are the
leaning up
chunkless?
against something. And right here, you can clearly see right there, you can see movement. There's something there moving.
Oof.
So again, I'll leave it up to you guys to decide, but
Well,
there
shit.
was something over there in the darkness of this video as they were coming out of the backyard of the house in Las Vegas, northwestern Las Vegas, where they claim to have seen two creatures that were 100% not human in their backyard, following a bright green fireball that was spotted above Las Vegas on the night of May 1st. Just after midnight, a bright green fireball was spotted above Las Vegas by a lot of people, supposedly landed somewhere in Las Vegas. I don't think it landed necessarily in their backyard directly, or there would have been an impact crater. Right there, I stopped it because you can kind of get the full view of whatever was standing over there in the darkness in the backyard of that house.
Again, Nevada is a concealed carry state. There's an open my EDC, my everyday carry piece is a 9mm. What? Where's your EDC and your chanclas?
In northwestern Las
Why?
Vegas. Today's feature photo was sent in by Alex out of Bendigo, Australia, of a very intense jumbo halo spotted in the sky
Ooh.
above
See?
Australia. If you
I
guys
love
have
this
any
guy.
photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports@mrmbb333.com.
He's got a whole website of stuff. Sun rays, just all Yellowstone. He keeps support this man. He's got a whole website. He's great. Love him so much. Well, that kind of puts, I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Well, shit. Weird. Again, here's his link. As you know, up in between Illyria and Sharebear. Definitely subscribe to him. He's great. Any kind of weird weather stuff, seasonal things, whatever. Minka, I know you're always running around on the farm hunt. So he'd be a good resource for you. Yeah. Shadow Hair says, I think it's still a hoax. Could be. I don't know. I was like, ooh, I hope it's like I like Signs. That's one of my favorite movies. There's a monster outside my window. Can I have a drink of water? And then she's like, it's contaminated. It's contaminated. And like as an adult, I used to do that. I would just like get something to drink, and then like it would get warm, and then it would sit, and I wouldn't want it, and I'd go get a new glass. And I was like the little girl from Signs, and my mom would make fun of me. And I'd be like, it's contaminated. All right, let's go back to these news stories. So this one, again, is going to be from 8 News Now, Las Vegas. This is from 2 days ago. It says Las Vegas alien call, 911 call not a hoax, sources say. So what happened? Let's listen to the people and see what they say supposedly happened. This is like this. I'm so glad I remembered his channel. Oh my God. I'm so glad. Wow. I didn't think this was going to be a whole stream, but damn, it sure is. I'm liking this. Because everyone's talking about this, and, most people know I live in Nevada, so. All right, let's see what's going on. Again, 2 days ago from that news channel in Las Vegas. Las Vegas alien 911 call not hoax, sources say. So what happened?
It was the streak seen across the sky, now seen around the world. This as our 8 News Now investigators confirm Metro actually set up cameras at this home where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard. And tonight, a fierce debate is underway about the legitimacy of an alleged UFO crash. Good evening. I'm Janice Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators reporting about terrified members of a local family who told police they had aliens in their backyard. Chief Investigator George Knapp here to piece it all together.
You know, as with all things UFO, the public debate is ferocious and ongoing. Was it all a hoax? Were we duped? Was it all an evil plot, a cover-up, all of the above? We took another look at the hubbub to separate wheat from chaff. The fireball captured on a police body cam on the night of April 30th was real. The American Meteor Society says witnesses reported seeing it all across the West, from northeastern Utah to Southern California. Another Las Vegas resident sent us a video of the same object recorded on her home camera.
An investigation by Nexstar station KLAS.
As the story of the Las Vegas incident spread across newscasts and social media, one of NASA's planetary defense officers weighed in to say it was likely a small meteor that fell to Earth hundreds of miles away from Las Vegas. Police videos obtained by 8 News Now indicate Metro officers were among the witnesses.
One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
And it's off-putting. If you've never been around, like when a meteor comes like into the atmosphere, that it is very bright depending on how big and how close it is. There's almost like a whoosh, you know, even if it's fairly far away. I've experienced that, and it's a trippy experience. And if you're already primed for confirmation bias, you know, I mean, again, this is why I'm like, we explore both sides of the pancake here, because, you know, pancakes are delicious.
The appearance of the meteor seemingly triggered the events that followed. A frightened family called 911.
Well, hello, Julie. How you doing? Are you up early? How early is it for you, sweetie? Are you good? Everyone hearts for Julie. She's got to go back to work today after her holiday. I feel bad. You can come over to my house, Julie. You come hang out, girl. We love you.
And told police they had 10-foot-tall alien beings in their backyard. Officers responded to the home minutes later, interviewed the witnesses, canvassed the area, and cautiously inspected the backyard to look for intruders. One thing noticed by the officers was a circle in the soil. In conversations with us and in a podcast interview, Angel, the main witness, suggested the circle might have been created when an unknown object landed in the yard. Social media sleuths have since pointed out that the circular image has been viewable via Google Earth for more than a year. The family told us by phone they had seen some.
Isn't it funny how I'm assuming Mr. Knapp or Nori. See, George Knapp, George Nori. Whichever one you are, I assume the New York Post guy alerted you to that, which you should have looked into. Maybe. Because that's a thing, you know.
Suspicious vehicles with men in black types checking out their home. Turns out there is substance to that. A retired police officer fessed up on News Nation that he spent days staking out the house to see what, if anything, unfolded. What about those reports that Metro installed a special surveillance camera atop the house, presumably to watch for intruders?
Oh, is that what we're talking about with cameras and stuff? Oh.
Human or otherwise, or overzealous media. Turns out that's true as well. Metro confirmed as much in a statement to 8 News Now's David Charnes. The system stayed on the roof for days. What about the Ring camera video with the weird noise? The main witness, Angel, intimated to us the video was recorded by one of his neighbors, and the audio was from the April 30th UFO crash. It wasn't. The security camera video was recorded in mid-April, according to the man who first...
Yeah, and the first time we listened to that, it sounds a little too, like, Saving Private Ryan, you know what I mean?
Posted the clip. He doesn't want his name used, but says the recording was from a fireball that passed over his home in the southwestern part of the valley 2 weeks prior to the alleged alien encounter. The family declined to be interviewed by us, but members have spoken elsewhere and stick to their claims of seeing aliens in the backyard. Dozens of people on social media have analyzed and dissected the images with various claims of aliens spotted in the shadows. Police do not believe this was a hoax call, which could be a crime if done intentionally. In the fervid swamp known as UFO world, our coverage of the story was itself seen as a dastardly plot to distract attention away from a prominent whistleblower named David Grush, who stepped forward around the same time. Grush unveiled his explosive on-camera account on News Nation, which is owned by the parent company of KLAS. In spite of the local news story, Grush's story was reported by news media all over the world. Curses foiled again.
All right. So, what do you make of this whistleblower, David Grush?
He first reached out to me about a year ago. We've been in contact ever since. He's the real deal. I mean, he had a distinguished career in the Air Force. Then he went to work for a 3-letter agency you probably haven't heard of, the NGA, which basically tracks everything in space, in the air, in the ocean, under the ocean, on land. They keep tracks of everything. He has the highest security clearances in our government. And in that capacity, he interacted with something like 2,000 SAP, Special Access Programs.
Listen, these people that come forward as whistleblowers that have these like super high security clearances. Fun fact, even at like base levels in the military, right? Even if you're in the reserves, like the guy that owns the unit next door to me, because I'll explain how I know all this at another time. You can't even get a security clearance if like your credit's bad or you're not handling your money right, let alone you're not psychologically sound. Like to get these security clearances, it is some rigorous, intense shit you got to go through. Like they're not giving these out willy-nilly, you know? So when somebody like that comes forward and says, hey, this, that, and the other thing, I stop and I listen. Because people can sit there and be like, oh, they're crazy. Do you know how much psychological testing they've gone through? Not to mention the shit they've had to deal with and endure. Like, sometimes they're isolated for months doing their job, or they're in these like weird facilities, the Lord knows what. These are not, these are not Chantel level people. Where it's like, I'm uncomfortable. I have to eat, 50,000 calories to feel better. Which, tune in for weekly recap tomorrow. It's going to be great. I'm not entirely sure what all I'm doing yet. It's going to be a chaotic good time. I know that much, but yeah. Oh, I want to find out what this other guy's saying. I'll have to go back and rewatch this. So, okay.
And he learned along the way that we're reverse engineering crash flying
Hey, Jen T, welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome.
saucers, and he's been telling that to Congress under oath behind closed doors. And I think they'll probably bring him back. So it's a pretty intriguing story. A lot like what we've been hearing about out in the Nevada desert for a long time.
Right. Of all the stories you've done over decades and decades, this one has really gone worldwide.
The backyard alien?
Yes.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy how much email we get,
Well, and we also have, TikTok and YouTube and Twitter, and the advent of social media is, even more so than it was 10 years ago. Okay. So then there's this one I have, which is the last one I have.
Right now at 5.
So this one is from the same news station, right? So this is, again, same news station saying it's not a hoax. And then this one is saying it was a meteor. So again, it's one side saying it was real, but we're not sure, and this, that, the other thing. And then again, scientists saying it was a meteor, nothing more.
5. What exactly fell from the sky? Our 8 News Now investigators learning more about what prompted a family to call 911.
Oh, you are very welcome, Genty. I'm usually here on Friday nights for my Freaky Friday. And then I've been doing Wednesdays, like, like this past Wednesday, we covered the Tuskegee experiment. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing this Wednesday or Friday, but it'll be good. It'll be fun. And I encourage you to come along. I think we all need a break from Gore World sometimes. So
911 saying there were aliens in their backyard. Thank you for joining us here at 5. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. That 911 call had everyone here in the Valley talking about what this family says happened to them.
And now we're learning more about Metro's response and that fireball in the sky. 8 News Now investigator David Sharns here with new video. David?
Well, Brian, Denise, this is new video of that same streak that prompted that now viral 911 call. The 8 News Now investigators confirming Metro set up cameras at this family's home due to their concerns for their safety. That is according to a spokesperson. Today, a scientist told me these two events likely unrelated.
They got some really nice footage on that.
New video shared with the 8 News Now investigators shows something streaking through the sky on April 30th.
Oh, I'm so nervous right now. I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
The fireball sparked a call to 911 about aliens in a Northwest Valley backyard and this response from Metro Police.
What did you see in that video?
When we do get a good fireball like that, it excites the scientists so much.
Andrew Kerr is the planetarium manager at the College of Southern Nevada. He says there's no doubt that streak in the sky, seen from California to Utah, was a rock.
It was
isn't that crazy? Regardless of what it was, how it can be seen across such a vast amount of miles. That's pretty cool.
Almost assuredly a meteor. We're probably talking, based on how bright that was in the video, it could have still been about the size of a small car.
Kerr says it's highly unlikely the meteor landed anywhere in the valley.
I would say that the meteor was coincidental to the rest of the everything that went on that evening.
But
what if the aliens were using it as a cover story? What? Oh my God. What if, because whatever alien ships are out there are using some sort of, like you always hear they're trying to reverse engineer it. We can cover the one guy that, oh God, I can't remember his name. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. The one guy that came forward and was like, I worked at Area 51 and we were like reverse engineering like spacecraft engines and stuff. I can never remember his name. That guy, we'll cover him. Yeah. I don't know how these freaking, spacecraft mechanisms work and whatnot. What if it was a distraction?
Not discounting the rest of the story. Yet, at least.
You just kind of have to wonder.
We were saying in the very beginning of stream, Grateful Life and I were hanging out. And I looked it up. 97.2% of the land in the state of Nevada, and it is pronounced Nevada, not Nevada, it's Nevada. 97.2% of the land is either federal / government land, owned by like the federal government, just say the federal government, or they'll say BLM, Bureau of Land Management, although I think most people think of a different BLM these days, but so it's like either government or privately owned, which is going to be the majority is going to be large businesses that are probably under also like the government to some capacity. And I think a very, very small percentage of the privately owned part is going to be there's a lot of ranches, like old family ranches out here. But yeah, just say 97% of the land in this state is owned by the federal government, and who knows what's out there.
Maybe. I am fully certain that there has to be life out there in the universe. Have we found it yet? No.
Now, he also suspects that meteor likely landed up in the ocean, traveling that far. Several sources telling the 8 News Now investigators police suspect something landed in that family's yard. They just don't know what it was.
Oh, interesting. Wow. Yes, people say Nevada. Just like I was born and raised in Chicago. So I get Illinois and Nevada. And it's like, no, I was born and raised in Illinois and I live in Nevada. So yes, people say it weird. Well, that was Bob Lazar. That's the guy, Bob Lazar. The one that's like, I worked at Area 51 and I reverse engineered stuff. Bob Lazar. Oh. Oh, Area 53. Wait, hold on. Let me. What are you guys saying? Military. We're up to Area 53. You know, who knows? Who knows? I think they're. And I am going to cover the Denver airport very soon. I think there are underground means of travel. And I think that, I mean, Denver is like central to the country, right? And then you've got the protection of the mountains. You can go deep because, you know, if you've heard of DUMBs, deep underground military bases, those are a thing. And with the Denver airport stuff, it's not just the videos. Look through, when you guys are watching videos on stuff, read through the comments. There are comments on some of these videos of guys that are like, I worked on this and da 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 da. And I mean, they must have spent an hour and a half writing out this comment. It's extremely detailed, like the comments are almost as interesting as the video itself about the Denver airport. But I think a lot of things are connected that we don't know about to the different, and people have come forward and, you know, said this is such from their experience either working there, being in it, working on it, that kind of stuff. So I definitely think that, are there underground tunnels that connect, you know, some base maybe outside of Vegas or even in just the middle of nowhere in fucking Nevada? Because don't forget, I've got a military base out here by me too. I bet you tomorrow at some point I'll hear Top Gun flying around because they moved it out to Fallon some years ago. So every now and then when they're out practicing their maneuvers in the jets, it gets real loud, which is cool because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a fighter pilot when I grew up, but, you know, changed my mind. So here I am. Now I'm a shitty YouTuber. I joke. I kid. I love myself. Yep, Dulce. Oh, the guy. Who's the one guy with the Dulce? Dulce base. And he, like, went down. And the aliens were there. And, like, his hand was, like, oh, that he's dead now. He got all, like, kinds of weird cancers. Whoa. I can never remember anyone's name. I take in so much information. It just all kind of amalgamates together. But yeah, I know. Yeah, Dulce base. Yep. So, I don't know. We are, I think, left with more questions than answers about the whole Vegas deal. And I kind of figured that was all we were going to get to talk about tonight. But I kind of went into this being like, oh, it's the kid. He's making it up. It's a hoax. I'm probably like 70-30. Like the last guy said, there was definitely a meteor, but he doesn't think it's connected to the whole alien encounter thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Are there any suggestions or things you guys want to talk about for our Wednesday stream? Let me look through, because we did the Tuskegee experiment this past Wednesday. And if you didn't watch that or you don't know what that is, I highly suggest you go back and watch it. Absolutely horrific, but I think very, very important that people are aware of it. Because if not, you're doomed to repeat yourself. So I'm looking through my notes to try and see. I can look through. Here's a question. Have any of you ever heard of sky stones? Oh, the hum in New Mexico? Yeah, that's been freaking me out for sure. Could do that. That's a possibility, because we like to keep Wednesdays a little, a little shorter. Friday, I don't know. We might do. I haven't decided yet. I try to see what I have, because I'm always watching stuff and saving stuff. As I'm just watching things, and I'll kind of peruse through it and see oh, is this good? Is this informative? Whatever. We could look into what that hum is in New Mexico. I also like to see what I have already in playlist, because I'm always saving things. But the big ones I'm working on are Skinwalker Ranch, Denver Airport. So I don't know, or maybe we'll do some Jamie Deluxe on Wednesday. I know he'll be cool with it, but I need to either text him or message him and just be like, hey dude, can I use your stuff, and would you like to come on my stream one day and talk about what you make videos about? Yeah. Government psychics, I haven't looked into that too much, Share Bear, but that is something I can definitely look into. I know about it from a personal standpoint, but not saying that I am one, at least not as far as I know. But I'm also still researching what would I say, Charles Manson, the LSD psychedelic movement in San Francisco and all that. It was a CIA operation. So a lot of people don't know that, but Manson was a CIA operative. Sad but true fact. Not everything, most things, the majority of things that we are presented and told as, it's not how it is. It's not how it happened. It's just, here you go. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy talking about something other than fatties on the internet. Although that is what I will be talking about tomorrow. I'll be talking about fatties and psychotic hypocrites. And yeah, because I've decided I'm done keeping my mouth shut about certain people. And I shall be speaking on them too, depending on what's going on and who's covered what and where I'm at and how much I feel like running my mouth. But it's definitely going to be fun. I'm not entirely sure what time I'm streaming my time tomorrow. I am Pacific Standard Time, so West Coast time. At the earliest, it might be 11 in the morning. At the latest, I don't think I want to go past 1 or 2, because I want to be done earlier in the day. But don't forget, I am doing my little giveaway. If you go back to my Grow World recap stream from last week, and you make sure you're subscribed, please like the stream. It really helps me out. And, I advise listening to the stream. It's, I'm pretty entertaining, although it was a long one. And leave a comment, an emoji of what your favorite animal or food is if you would like to win. a piece of artwork from Sarah Kay. It's a sticker that says, I choked on a potato and I shit my pants. Look through my community posts and you can see it. So, yeah. You know what? Maybe we'll do some like ghosty stuff. Maybe we can do. We had started in about demons. I'm almost. Maybe do we want to do, because there's different levels. There's like suppression, possession. There's different levels to that kind of stuff. Or there's poltergeists, EVPs. We could just do like houses that are haunted. I know everybody loves talking about that house in, what is it, Gary, that Zach Baggins bought. I'm not sure. I'm gonna think about it. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Yeah, there's see, and that's the thing. There's so many different subjects to talk about, and I am trying to keep like a flow and relevance. Like we did witchcraft Friday, and it's like I don't want to get too far from that. And so I feel like I need to come around and like touch on demons again. But what aspect of demons do I want to talk about? And not everybody's cool with that, and a lot of people dip out, which I understand. So it's a whole thing. But my Twitter is always in the description. Please follow me on Twitter. Please tweet at me. My DMs are always open. If you're in a Discord with me or on Discord and we talk, just let me know. Give me some suggestions. Oh, well, thanks. Creek Native Girl says, yeah, but you change it up. It's not just fatties. We get to talk about lots of things. That's why I wanted to do this, because we're all multifaceted people. I have so many different interests and experiences, and trust me, I love talking about the fatties and some drama, but I also there's a lot more important things going on, so I don't know. There's one, maybe we'll just dedicate the whole week to Jamie. Maybe we'll watch some of his shorter videos on Wednesday, and then Friday there's like a longer one I want to cover, because everyone revered Fauci. And I was like, y'all don't know or remember who he is or what he did, do you? Y'all don't remember Fauci. And all the people he killed. And all the fucked up shit he did, do ya? No. But all of a sudden, there he was. St. Fauci's going to save us all. No, he didn't. No. That's another thing I want to talk about, is all this shit that's coming out with the poke bowl, and how healthy 28-year-old men are dying. And what? You're not finding any semen in their testes, just spike proteins? Wow, that's weird. Isn't that strange? Gee, I bet it's totally not from the jabbity jab. Yep. Raven, I got a shirt you'd love to see. Which one? I'm wearing my my Stephen Hilton. I thought I grabbed one with Adopt a Derp, but I grabbed my anti-woke shirt, and I was walking around and I didn't realize I had it on, and I got a dirty look from a couple of people that I would expect to get dirty looks from, and I was like, shit. Oh, nice. I would have loved to have met Lorraine Warren. Very cool. Yeah, and you know what? One night soon, I want to have a night where, like, those of you that I know and that I trust to come up, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, or like, even if we don't do it soon, I'd like to do it in October for my birthday, or around my birthday. It's probably actually going to be from like mid-September through Halloween, because my birthday is October 16th. Fall's going to be a good goddamn time over here. Okay. Halloween's going to be great. Again, my birthday is October 16th. I love Halloween. I love fall. It's wonderful. Maybe we could do, if you guys want, like maybe like September-ish time, come up and like share ghost stories or just scary stories, or you can pick out your background music I have. It'll be fun. I want you guys to participate and enjoy this too, because like, yeah, I'm the one, sitting here talking and doing whatever, but I feel like we're all building this together, because I really appreciate that anybody shows up. And I especially appreciate that you all in particular show up. Even some of you I know are here that don't talk. I see you. I know you're there. And you guys know I've sustained a new injury while under general anesthesia for surgery back a while ago, and it's been really rough because I was already disabled from a spinal injury and in pain, and now it's like even worse, and I'm going through it all over again. And as much as there are days where I'm like, oh my god, I hurt, knowing and feeling like, no, I've got to do stream, I don't want to let anybody down. So and so said they were looking forward to this. It, in the best way possible, motivates me and keeps me going and gives me something to aim for and look forward to. And I appreciate you guys so much for that. You guys keep me going, and it means the absolute world to me. And I sincerely, sincerely appreciate each and every one of you, whether you're here at stream or you're watching on the replay. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you in your support, in your participation, and it means so much. And you guys really are helping to keep me going, because it's a very rough time for me right now, with my pain level and my functionality. And I appreciate you guys. You're all awesome. And again, welcome to Valiant Thor. So surprised to see that name in my chat, because oh my god, you know what? That's what we're gonna do on Wednesday, because I just think that screen name is so fucking funny. We're gonna cover who Valiant Thor was. Valiant Thor was an actual person. So yeah, Grateful Life, I appreciate that. Right now I'm just trying to get through each day, sometimes, just minute by minute. And when I'm hanging out in people's chats and just trying to get through the pain and get through the day, and I see so many of you in there and you say hi to me, and it's just so awesome, and I appreciate you so much. And please, again, support Mr. BBB, Jamie Deluxe, and Agora World. Support Fedora, Belinda, our dearest Sam and Yaba. They're all great. So with that, yeah, Vegas, I don't know. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. There's a lot of questions, a lot of what ifs, but alien spacecrafts, who says we know how it works? Maybe it did crash and didn't leave a crater, because that's not how that technology works. Was something there? I don't know. Is it true? I don't know. I can tell you one thing. We're going to keep an eye on it. We are. I will keep an eye on this. And again, I appreciate all you being here so much. I know I gush a lot, but I really do love you guys. So I will be back here tomorrow morning or afternoonish to announce the winner of the giveaway. And we're gonna, well, I'm probably, you know what? I'm probably gonna stream a little later in the afternoon, probably closer to 1 or 2. Yeah, we're gonna talk some shit, and it's gonna be a chaotic mess because I have some videos saved. I might try and pull up my Rumble account so we can watch a few of the assholes on Rumble. If you know, you know. And yeah, it's gonna be a good goddamn time. All right, I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow. Keep your eye on the sky. Yeah, and please tell everybody about me. Well, not ever. You know what I mean. Just be like, hey, Raven does this thing, whatever. She doesn't totally suck. Okay? All right. All right. I'll see you back here tomorrow for some Gore World nonsense. And we'll be back here on Wednesday. And yeah, we're going to discuss Valiant Thor. I'll see you then. Okay. Thanks for being here. Okay. Love you. Bye.